You're listening to the Known Legacy Podcast, brought to you by Known Legacy Ministries. For more information, go to knownlegacy.org. Now here's your hosts, Bill and Travis.
Everyone, welcome to Known Legacy. We're happy that you are here today. We are on site at the Longshot retreat, the thing that we've been talking about the last few times. And we got Bill with us.
Hey.
And we got Kyle with us.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam. As always, check us out on knownlegacy.org. You can submit questions, comments at info@knownlegacy. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and we'd love to have that. If you are a guy that was at the retreat and you want to leave a comment underneath, thoughts, takeaways, things like that, man, we would really appreciate that.
We'd love to know.
But I think today what we want to do is just get together and talk and reflect real quick. Like, what are you seeing in the guys? What is exciting you about this retreat, and why should guys sign up for this next year?
Well, for me, even a conversation I had this morning just about the community, the value of community, of getting guys alone. And when I mean alone, like alone with other guys, just to hang out, enjoy time together, but really not to feel like there's any barriers or something you have to do. So guys could come in if they're really struggling with God, or even think that he's not even real.
Right. To
journey here with a bunch of guys who do. But it's not like, and now you have to go and do these 11 things to feel good today, and here's the agenda.
Right.
Even yesterday, Aaron, the leader talked about the fact that if you just need to come in and sleep for 2 days, go for it. Now,
I did that last year.
Kyle did.
Literally the whole weekend.
We couldn't find him all weekend. He was sleeping in his bed for like 12 hours straight. It was fantastic.
It was awesome.
It was so good. I kind of wanted to put a little teddy bear by him and like, just go to sleep.
But I did know that we're the old people now, because we all were like, it was like midnight, and we're like, we're out. We're taking it easy. And we were talking to guys this morning, and they're like, yeah, I went to bed at like 3:45.
Golly.
And I'm like, I couldn't do that. I'd be dead today.
So Kyle, let me ask you, guys, they may have a lot of preconceived notions of what the retreat is. What are you saying? Like, what would it, guys never been here before, what could they expect?
Well, I think the cool thing is starts yesterday. It's Friday. People are coming after work, driving a long distance.
Right.
And you've got a lot of testosterone in the room, and a lot of people, a lot of guns everywhere, and everybody doing their thing. But what's cool is, so it starts, and we sort of know what to expect, but it starts with music, and there's the talking.
Yep.
And then, but you just got the sense that, it was still just a bunch of guys hanging.
Yeah.
But as the evening went on, and you guys spoke, and we did the video on the camping, that sort of, I think that video actually got everybody focused.
Yep.
Then you guys talked, and then we did the crossroads burning of the burdens.
Yep.
And by that time, you had taken this vast group of people in their own tangents, conversations, whatever, and brought them all to a place, and I think it set the tone for the retreat. I don't think I answered your question exactly, but I just saw that happen. I thought it was amazing.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think, a lot of guys will think this is like a conference where you're sitting around and learning the whole time, and it's really not. The way that they do it on this retreat is they really value guys getting out and doing guy stuff. And so, in fact, I'm watching right now a group of 7 guys playing disc golf and 1 guy fishing, and there's probably 3 dozen guys at the gun range, and there's a half dozen guys out golfing, and it's just guys getting together, and there's tons of time during the afternoon on Saturday to just get out into nature, get out into God's creation, and just enjoy each other and enjoy and be refreshed and renewed.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think there is something about it. And you said guy things, and I like that because we understand the value of guys can do a bunch of different things, but I think the thing where the overall is it's tangible stuff.
Right.
Again, like we've talked about this before, the reason why bars are set up in rows is because guys aren't going to share their heart with each other.
Like we do,
exactly. But then even in these realities, it's different. We've journeyed so far with each other, and you guys have journeyed with us. But this idea of, they understand the reality of guys are like, they can't just sit around and go, okay, well, session 3 is going to be the male heart, and they're like, instead it's like, let's just go and play golf. And they know that right now there's more valuable conversations going on right here.
Correct.
And while guys are reloading clips.
Yep.
And not just conversation, just hanging out and bonding.
Exactly.
And creating new friends.
Yep.
It almost feels like, so in the scriptures where David is running from Saul.
Yeah.
And he's in the wilderness.
Yeah.
He's finding his mighty men.
Yes.
And those conversations, like, at night when someone's like, like they're all laughing at each other, and and they're around a campfire, and it's just real. And we don't know exactly, but I mean that long period of time inside the wilderness, something happened. Well, just like the three of us, when we hang out and you're like, these are my boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like, I mean, just so you guys know, this isn't like some scripted thing. I'm talking to our listeners we just do life together.
Right.
And then we just happen to put a mic in front of each other and it works out.
Yeah.
And so there's good chemistry, but that didn't happen overnight. So I think those kind of things are happening right now with these guys.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the theme this year. It's come to find out it's not the theme we thought it was, Bill.
Good thing we already wrote everything.
It was.
I mean, they're taking notes this morning. All right, change this.
It's. I believe the theme actually is guys.
No, God.
God Sunday. Guys, guts, guns, God.
Oh.
Alliteration. So it's a play on the word guns. Guns actually, what they're looking for is strength. What does it look like to be strong in face of culture, in face of pressures, in face of family, and all that other stuff? What does it really mean to be strong? And I unpacked the idea of guts this morning, and the idea that within our culture today, we need to become more and more like men like Daniel, who had the guts to stand up to the cultural pressures and the siren songs that are calling him to compromise. And he was able to do that because he knew the Lord, and he invested in that relationship, and he had convictions that were forged by the Lord and that relationship, not by his own opinions. Yeah. And then he was surrounded by that brotherhood, and just the call for us as men, while we still have time, to invest in those things. Mm-hmm. And so, that's part of the conversation. Bill, what's your takeaway from the theme this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy when we really found out what the theme was, but I think the thing that I love about it is, we've been able to do this for 3 years. We've loved this and loved getting to partner with Longshot, that I feel like we get to know their heart a little bit. And so it made it really easy when we were, okay, we're going to do this. And we said, hey, we're going to talk about this. Like, yeah, that works. So it isn't a matter of like, we're going to bring you in and we're going to come to some deep discussion, but it's like, it's really sharing the heart of men. And so I think that was the thing that made it nice, was even though we had to pivot, as it were, it wasn't a hard pivot. It was like, oh, okay, I'll just talk more about this, and I'm still going to talk about this part. And I think that's even tonight when I share, it's like, okay, it's not a big deviation from where we're going to be. So.
And then tell us a little bit about Friday and what we talked about Friday night.
Man, Friday was great. I know as we were talking, Travis, and we've talked on here before, is just that it seems like everyone has been ramping up since 21. Like they're just busier.
Right.
And so we were like, we could say a bunch of stuff. We could talk and share truth, but who's listening right now? Right. And these guys are coming from chaos. I mean, I don't know how many of them are walking through brokenness in their marriage, brokenness in their kids, their struggle with the Lord, their struggle with any kind of addiction. And so we really just, on Friday, we talked about the baggage that we carry,
the hidden burdens,
carry, and we use those sandbags, and we had fear and what ifs and things like that.
John was a rock star. John, if you happen to check this out, you're a rock star.
John,
we probably had like 50 pounds just loaded up on him from different sandbags.
It was pretty awesome.
We got pictures. We'll show them.
Good. It was cool. Yeah. We'll throw some in there because it was so neat to see this guy, and he played it off really well. He was like carrying all these bags. He's like, "No, I'm fine," and I'm like, "You can't be fine. That's like 200 pounds."
And it's not like it was a 30-second conversation. You guys talked for like 15 minutes while he was holding them.
Right. Yeah. And so. But the cool thing was at the very end we were talking, and then we're like, let it go. And that thud on the ground spoke volumes even to my spirit of like, man, we just have to let it go. So last night was a let it go message. And then thankfully, even right here behind us, we there was this little crossroad that we put some fires out there. And we were able to let guys release in a physical way, release those burdens. And then we got to pray over all these dudes. And honestly, no joke, when me and you walked down, I was like, I hope like 2 people come outside, because I didn't expect these dudes. I really didn't, because I was like, are they even here?
Did we capture them? Did we get them? Yeah. Are they going where we think God's calling them to go? Yeah. And they did.
Yeah,
they responded to the call.
It was great.
I think you had 80% at least. But that's what I was talking about at the beginning. I thought the same thing. Yeah. But by the end, you'd brought them all. God had brought them all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So if you didn't pick up on it, Bill and I originally thought it was a Disney theme, and that's why their first night was Let It Go, and the second
I can show you the world.
That was gonna be my talk today, Aladdin, and lessons from Aladdin. You and I are all street rats. No, I'm just kidding. Rats. It was not Disney.
Riff raff. You know what? I don't buy that.
Anyways. As always, thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you for continuing to support. Our heart is that we would do whatever God's calling us to do to help you guys come alive, to identify the unique calling He's putting on your life, and to be bold in your faith. And that's what we're seeing here. That's what we talk about on the podcast. That's what Bill does in his books. And so if there's anything we can do, info@knownlegacy.org would be fantastic. Check us out, like us, subscribe, share us if you can. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the
good things.
The usual suspects.
And I think the other thing, if you're looking for an event for your guys to go to that is raw.
Yeah,
it's not a Christianese event.
It's not polished.
But it's focused on Jesus.
Yes.
So it's so if you have a bunch of unpolished guys, you're like, I don't know where I can take these guys. This is a great option.
I would agree.
And so because this speaks to our heart, and if there's, obviously we love partnering with them, but even if we don't do this again, this is a great event for them to come to. But we would also say, if you guys have an opportunity that you want to have, we'd love to come and speak to your guys, men. All the men's events or whatever you'd like to do, because we just really want these men to come alive.
Yeah.
And so the same thing will be spoken over them. It's just, it may be a little different, but we love partnering with this to see men come alive.
Absolutely.
And then, thank you for mentioning the book. You can go to morethanyobook.com to check out more of that. And thank you guys for buying it already and supporting it. And it's been a fun journey.
Any final thoughts, Kyle?
I think you just missed the most important thing about the retreat here, is that when you get here and you pull into LaGrange, you get to play the song.
To play LaGrange.
Okay, confession. We played LaGrange, and then we went to Don't Stop Believin', and then we ended up on Thriller by Michael Jackson.
It was a little weird.
It was odd. The windows were down, and we were cranking it. But anyways, hey, thank you guys for checking us out. Hopefully this is a blessing to you, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Take care.